So you'd have to go on there and find out about that. On July 14th, live entertainment at 7 o'clock. And so that's a week from tonight. Jim Hogg, Dilbert wailing on in the lodge. Every Wednesday there's going to be music. Bo Williams, July 8th. So
that's part of Schuler's 100 Days of Summer celebration, keeping in touch or keeping in tune with their 100th anniversary and all the birthday party celebrations we have going on with Schuler's.
Yeah. So one more thing at Clyde's, they have this Saturday night, 9 o'clock till midnight, Whiskey Rhythm Band, and they have a lot of good music out there too. And of course, as when the casino gets open, there's going to be lots of entertainment going on out there. So I'm always looking for, you know, where's there a band? Listen to some music and get out there and do some dancing. So now we're going to run a little clip. Go ahead and play that. Bring it on in. Every year the kids get out of school, and they're wonderful. I mean, after you've been going to middle school, and they get out in the springtime, and they're just out there having a lot of fun. They're good kids, but they're, you know, they definitely want to have fun. So here's our kids having fun. They're downtown Marshall, and they're behaving themselves, having a good time. A lot of shaving cream, and I know they don't realize it, but if it gets on a car, it's an acid, and it'll eat the paint off of a car. There's one of our officers, and the police are just great with the kids. Everybody is, but you know, and the other thing that happens is once in a while, and just about every year, we see usually it's a young man, runs right across the street, right in the middle, and luckily you hear a squealing of tires, and no one's ever been hit. But for 3 or 4 years, we always have a near accident.
And
so
yeah, this is one of those end of the year school traditions that I know many of our viewers participated in themselves, but it is an accident waiting to happen.
Well, the only option I see is maybe we can talk with the parent-teacher organization. I'm not sure what they're called in this town, PTA or so. Well, anyway, but the kids deserve a party, and they're going to throw one downtown Marshall, which is not safe for the kids. I'll bet if we can throw one ever at the school, at the middle school, and get them some lemonade, cookies, popcorn, some Nerf football, some frisbees, you know, it's just an idea. I think the town might want to talk about that because the kids deserve something. They could have the shaving cream there, or switch to whipped cream or something, and have some fun. They can bring their own squirt guns or whatever, get wet. But I guess I worry about, because I've almost seen 3 near accidents, and this year as I turned around, the tires are squealing, and one young guy just barely missed it, and we've had that happen. And they're just trying to have fun. So that's enough of my getting on a soapbox. So maybe we can all talk about that. Maybe the school board, maybe the parents-teachers organization.
Well, I think that as summer is underway, parent-teacher organizations get started again in the fall, and they plan out the school year, and that's a great topic to have on the agenda to say, what can we do for that last day of school? So begin planning now, and we can make it happen.
And I would think a lot of downtown, I've talked with quite a few businesses that say, hey, I'd be glad to give $5 or $10 to that, and there's some of them that actually provide you know, drinks and munchies and things like that. And it would be very simple. I don't think it'd be a very expensive activity. We'd get out a CD box so they can listen to some music and have, of course, I don't know, maybe there's rules that, why, you know, it's not a good idea, and you know, maybe it's not, but I see the big empty lot there at south of the middle school. It's just something I think we should all talk about.
Let's talk about it.
All right.
Absolutely.
And tonight Diane, we're going to talk with you, and we just saw that you've been, the Cronin building has an extension.
Yes. The Cronin building is a wonderful project, and for those of you that aren't real familiar with it, the City of Marshall received a grant back in 2006, and the grant money was used to acquire the building. It was a special community development block grant, and it was designed so that communities that had large vacant or underused buildings in need of repair that might be falling into a state where they would require demolition and you'd lose this, you know, valuable building in your downtown, the state used some federal monies to allow cities to be able to come in and purchase that building and then hold it so it could be rehabbed and revitalized and put back into active life use. And so the Cronin Building has been recognized by everyone in town, I think, as being a valuable asset to our downtown. Besides the history it brings, it fills a very large piece of that downtown center of the heart of downtown, where east meets west on Michigan Avenue and north meets south on Jefferson Street. So that is exactly the center of our downtown. So we have the grant, the city owns the building, we had it under contract with the developer, that project has stalled. So we are looking, the Downtown Development Authority has been charged with the task of overseeing that project. So we've been looking and seeking new developers, new ideas, even maybe some community supported programs where a group of local people, maybe you as an individual, couldn't bring $500,000 to the project to develop the building, but if we found 10 people that each wanted to bring $5,000 or $50,000 and begin to pool the money. So we're looking at different creative ideas. So the state did give us another 6-month grant to continue working on the project, and we hope that within the next 6 months we'll have that moving forward.
I toured it with the mayor a month and a half ago or so, and it is an incredible building.
It is.
And so many of ours are, of course, the Eagle Street Opera House and above Janice Darling's building.
Yes.
You just have to imagine the 1880s era. The incredible parties that went on in this town were just fantastic, and that building is just, it's incredible, and it needs some work and some touch up and things like that, but it's definitely, I think we should all pull together and figure out how to you know, to save it and to save our important structures around town.
Right. And then, you know, there's a big emphasis right now on green building, you know, and building environmentally friendly buildings, and honestly, truly historic preservation, you know, reusing existing buildings. Here's the phrase, I knew I could think of it: the greenest building we'll ever have is one that already exists. Yeah. And so we're not filling a landfill with tons and tons of debris if we take down a structure. So we'll take the buildings that we have, do our best to bring them up to more energy efficient standards, and continue to use them. So you're preserving history and also saving some environment for future generations. Yeah. So.
Anything else we want to go over with the Marshall Main Street
view? Absolutely.
All right.
Well, you know, we have a lot happening downtown. Summer is always a wonderful time, and I think anyone that was downtown last weekend to help celebrate the 4th of July and the annual cruise to the fountain, it was just a wonderful event. We brought back, by popular request, we brought the cars back downtown, worked with the cruise committee and the Calhoun County Fairgrounds, and Bob Wills is the chair of that cruise committee, and he just did an awesome job with the cruise to the fountain. And so we worked partnering with the city of Marshall and some extra funding that we put towards the project, and so the cars were able to park downtown Friday night. Thousands of people came out, the weather cooperated, and then on Saturday, the events at the fairgrounds, and the fairgrounds were open at 7:30 Saturday night for fireworks, for those of you that were able to be there. So
and I was there.
It was a great event, wasn't it?
The fireworks and the cars, I got there around 6 o'clock Saturday night.
And the chicken barbecue on Saturday that the Chamber of Commerce did, again, delicious chicken, and a wonderful time of community celebration with the Rotary Community Band. Kids
Bike Parade, and of course the cars on Friday night. We've got an hour of that, and we've got an hour of the Saturday morning Kids Parade, and
good.
and the chicken and everything like that, and the music.
So
it's a lot of fun.
And I don't want to steal your thunder, but one of our guests that's coming up had a child in that bike parade, and I think she got an award. So maybe a little bit later you can ask one of your next guests about the award that they got for that parade. So that was last weekend, and then coming up this weekend, we've got the Garden 2 at the Welcome to My Garden, and in 2 weeks, on July 18th, we have our 6th annual Blues Festival, and I just happen to have the poster right here. So you can look for this downtown. It's finger picking good. Our headline band is the Kinsey Report. You can take the camera off. There you go. Our headline band is the Kinsey Report out of the Chicago area, and they're all guitar players, and so that's kind of our theme. We have a couple different barbecue vendors coming, and bands. We have 7 different bands lined up, as well as some smaller acoustic groups. So the bands on stage start at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and go every hour, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8:30 at night. We'll have some acoustic music in between as they're tearing down and setting up the new bands. And Pastrami Joe's Reuben eating contest is at 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Down on the corner of Jefferson and Michigan Avenue. So that's always kind of entertaining and fun.
That
and the
is.
proceeds of that go to the Fountain Clinic. So
good.
stop by Pastrami Joe's and vote for your favorite Reuben eating